I'm hoping this will prove helpful to someone, but I have a 2014 Cub Cadet LTX1046KW here. But I've recently replaced the seals on the hydrostatic transmission, put a couple drain plugs in, but now the project to be tackled in reconditioning this 9-year-old mower is to fix that. It's a parking brake as well as a cruise control mechanism, but it is flopping around in here. And this, easy those would be to see this, but let's see this little piece right there, very tip of my finger. Pull it back so you can see it. That is a brake. It's got some teeth on it, and when you push the brake pedal, which is that there, forward, it engages a mechanism that pulls apart the drive belt, and the thing won't move while it's running, and there's a switch that gets engaged when you push the pedal forward, and the thing that holds the brake is that little pedal, that little thing at the tip of my finger right there. But for some oddball reason, this, not necessarily oddball, it's after 9 years, the pivot point is broken or loose, and the only way I can get to it is to pull out the gas tank. Which, as I said, this is 9 years old, so it's never been done, so it's probably about time. So let me proceed here, and I'll pick up filming when something relevant looks like it's going to take place. Right now I have to see if the thing's drained, and then I'll start pulling out the bolts. Alright, after about 25 minutes work, I pulled out the cage that had been restraining the gas tank, and was able to work the thing out here after unbolting 4 10mm machine screws. These things, 4 of those. 10mm, although I would suggest getting yourself a swivel attachment for your sockets. That I wish I had one, but I managed to get the thing out without stripping anything. But yeah, it looks like the fix for that is pretty simple and consistent with another video I ran across on YouTube. This thing here, if you look, this is the wiring harness. Now, for some bonehead reason, it's been attached to the cross piece of the handle, which strikes me as being a bonehead move, but alright. So I'm going to cut that out of there and put it someplace else. It doesn't need to be impeding the movement of this thing. But yeah, this is supposed to move freely, and it's not going to do that because there's a bolt here that has come out of a, I don't know if you can see that. Let's get in there. Alright. Let's see, let me get a good view. Yeah, okay. Let's see, get the wiring harness out of the way. Yeah, right there. There's a bolt right there. It's supposed to go up into that little thing right there. I'm going to put some adhesive of some sort into the hole to hold that bolt in. It's only going into plastic, but I think that should solve my brake and cruise control issue. And then I'm going to replace, of course, I'll clean all this mess out of here. It's 9 years worth of junk. And yeah, this looks like a fairly simple fix. I'm going to replace the fuel line too. That's 9 years old. I've never done that, so let's replace that. But yeah, I hope that helps somebody. It's a bit of a pain in the tail to pull a gas tank out. That'll get cleaned. But yeah, otherwise we should be good to go. Alright, and here we are. Just as I suspected, it's a fairly simple fix. This is just a matter of putting that machine screw back into the plastic. Put a little epoxy in there. And acts as a pivot point. You can see actuates just like it did originally. We're good to go. Problem solved.